Ahoy, and welcome back in my third adventure of the tall tales of Sea of Thieves called the legendary Storyteller. To begin this voyage, I had to arrive at the Ancient Spire outpost to talk to Tasha since her name was mentioned when Madame Olivia had extracted memories from Captain Brixey's skull.
I hear you ran into Brixey. About time someone took care of that rotten bag of bones. She used to drink here, in my tavern, when she was alive. I always look forward to those nights she arrived, all gold and glamour. I was just a girl then, of course. She used to tell such stories, all about where she'd been and the adventures she'd had. I'd write them all down, add pictures, and dream that I was sailing to those places too. Dad told me not to listen. "Nor truth ever roared off a pirate's tongue," he'd say. But kids have to believe in something, don't they? You need heroes to help you grow up. But in the end, I realised two things. Brixey was a liar, and she was gone. Worse than gone, she'd become another rotten skelly lord, plundering and scaring decent folks. Hey, take my book if you think it'll help. I just wish there was more to it than a bunch of made-up stories. Still, if it does lead you anywhere interesting, come back and tell me about it. I want some real adventures to write about.
Tasha had handed me a book that she made as a little girl, imagining her adventures with Captain Brixey. In it says, "This book belongs to Tasha. I am 4.5 years old, and my best friend is Brixey. When I am older, I will be a pirate princess just like her. She even says I can wear her magic crown." In this book, she had depicted 3 different adventures she dreamed of with Brixey, with each of the 3 being different locations I had to explore. After trying to decipher the drawings, I had made out 3 landmarks and I decided to go for the closest one. On my travels to the first landmark, I saw a brigantine parked at an island. Debated on whether I should fight or leave them alone. They were just too close to comfort. After putting a few holes on their ship, I had to go make sure that they wouldn't repair it so they could sink. As the ship was sinking, I noticed that one of the pirates was on my sloop. Wondering why they didn't drive my ship into the island to put holes in it, I was grateful. I had made it to Daggertooth Outpost, the first location mentioned in the book. Now I had to match the drawings to any landmarks that are close by. Even if the drawings were that of a 4.5-year-old, I found Shipwreck Bay to look exactly like it was in the picture. When I had arrived to Shipwreck Bay, I searched everywhere and found nothing of what I needed, so I had to rush back to my ship because the storm was coming in. While swimming back to my ship, I took one last search underwater just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And I saw something sparkling right under my ship. I had found a chest, and curious to know if this was for the voyage or not, I rushed it back to my ship. Once I got back to my ship, I noticed that this chest was empty. Even though this was no ordinary chest, I wasn't sure if this is what I needed or not. After waiting for the storm to pass, I went to the highest point of Shipwreck Bay to take a look at the horizon. Out in the distance, I saw an uncharted island that could possibly be where I needed to go. When I had reached the island, it looked exactly like it was in the book, so I decided to go explore. And there it is, a sunken ship. Now all I needed to do was find the treasure and get out of there. After spending a great amount of time swimming around the sunken ship, I had found a key. Even though I wasn't sure what this key would open, I was happy to get the first piece out of the way. After spending a great deal of time traveling west, I had finally arrived at the next landmark. At this point, I decided to go up to my crow's nest to see if I can make out any of the islands through the drawings in the book. It didn't take me very long to find out that the island was Mermaid's Hideaway. After I had arrived to the island, I found out that my task would not be easy. I would have to somehow get up onto a rock pillar that had no path up to it. After spending about an hour shooting myself up to that pillar, I soon realized this was probably the most annoying thing I've ever had to do for any voyage. But finally, I took one last shot, and I made it. I had found another key, so I have 2 keys, but no chest. After leaving Mermaid's Hideaway, I sailed east and I finally hit the next landmark, Golden Sands Outpost. And after looking at the book, I realized that the next island wasn't too far away. I had to go to Lone Cove. After arriving at Lone Cove, I decided that the cave would be the first place I'd check. And this is where I see a broken rowboat, which Tasha has drawn in the picture. And finally, I had found the third and final piece of the treasure, Briggsy's chest. During this whole voyage, I thought that I needed to get 2 chests since I had 2 keys, but I was wrong. This one chest took both of the keys. Since I thought this was the last thing I needed to do, I was so excited to see what was inside. But once I saw the contents, I was let down. I quickly knew that I had to match the landmark to this plank of wood, but the question is, which island did I have to go to? After my long inspection of this plank, I found out that there were coordinates in the back. I just had to find out where the coordinates led to. After reviewing the map, I was thankful to know that the coordinates H6 was exactly where I was already. It wasn't long before I found the landmarks, but it did take me a while to get them lined up perfectly. But when I finally did it, I had dug up an ancient crown out of the ground. Now to take it back to Tasha and to finally finish my voyage. I had traveled all across the Sea of Thieves, and I finally made it back to Ancient Spire Outpost. And unlike my other voyages, I had been uncontested by other pirates.
This crown. It's the one from Briggsy's stories. I can't believe it. She was telling the truth after all. It is even more beautiful than I dreamed it would be. I guess Briggsy really was a great adventurer before the curse. And you know, maybe it doesn't matter if everything she said was true. The dreams she left me were real. And those are what matter most. I miss those dreams. The world wants us to grow up so fast, but being able to see every day like it's an adventure, we only learn that when we're young. I reckon that's something worth holding on to. You know what? There are still a few pages left. Space enough for me to add stories of my own. This tavern was Dad's dream, not mine. I'm gonna do it. Raise some coin, find a sloop, and live my own adventures, just like you and Briggsy. I'll clean up the relic you found and pass it on to your mysterious friend. Maybe next time we meet, we'll be out there in the Sea of Thieves.